Hi guys, today I have my nail polish out the door for the month of September, and when I pulled out all of my polishes, I was like, okay, it's like I went straight into fall, and then somewhere smack in the middle I changed my mind and I decided that I still wanted to be in the summer spirit, which is just kind of funny. So jumping into the polishes that I wore in September, this one is Innocent from SinfulColors. I've mentioned it so many times, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but this is a two-coater, super obnoxious limey green polish, but that's what I love about it. It just completely stands out against my skin tone. It's a really good contrast and I really enjoy it. So really pretty cream finish, and this one is a two-coater. And then I went on to Jesse's Girl. This one is called Cauldron. I couldn't wait to put this polish on the nails. It was my first time trying it out. This one is a satin finish and the color is just like so pretty, and I feel bad because now this is two Jesse's Girls that I'm not gonna say such nice things about, but I want to be 100% honest with you guys. If something doesn't work out for me, it just doesn't work out for me, you know? The formula was way too thick, so it called for longer drying time, which I'm not I'm not a fan of that, number one. And then number two, it was every time I would apply it, it would kind of lift the product up from certain areas, so I would have to go over it, and because the polish is already thick, it's like I felt like I was just piling on a ton of polish, and it's just not the easiest polish to work with. Let me know if you had a different experience, if you own this polish and you had a different experience, because it could just be that I have a bad bottle. And then I moved on to butterLondon's Two-Fingered Salute. This one I hauled along with Wallis at the beginning of the year, and I was holding on to it to wear it during the fall season. This is so pretty. If you can see, a lot of the shimmers are up against the bottle, and I was hoping that that's not what was going to happen on the nails, and it didn't. This polish has it has a green kind of like mossy sage base. And then at first I thought that the shimmers were rose gold, but they're not. They're more on the bronzy side. You see a little flash of pink though, and they're more golden and bronzy. It's so pretty, and what I love about it even more is that it's a two-coater and it distributes the shimmer on your nails perfectly. You don't get an overload of shimmer on one area of your nails and then not very many on the other one. No. It was a perfect application, and it was just really beautiful. And then I moved on to my first pair. I'm really bad at pairing things like polishes, colors, nail art. If you guys ever saw my two nail art that I did in December of last year, then you guys know that I'm not very good at it. It's like a kid drew on my nails. I'm so bad at it. But anyways, I thought, you know, pairing is easier. Why not? I pulled out Let's Talk from SinfulColors. This is a really pretty purple jewel tone polish. This one was a two-coater, and then I pulled out Purple Poodle because it had been a really long time since I pulled out this nail polish, and I pulled it out because of that right there. It's like fairy dust, man. It looks like fairy dust. It's so pretty, and quite frankly the colors are not the same, but they're so similar that there wasn't really a big contrast. If anything, I feel like this one just made this one look darker. In the picture, Let's Talk ends up looking a little bit blue. I tried taking it with my phone and then my husband's phone because he has an Android and his takes better pictures than my phone, but Let's Talk kept coming out blue for some reason, so I was kind of disappointed at that. But this is what you actually see on the nails. And then I pulled out Get Down from SallyHansen. It looks very boring in the bottle, but on the nails it ends up looking darker, and the color is a lot more rich, more concentrated, and oh my gosh, it's really pretty. This is more of like, I consider it more of a raspberry, like a muted dusty raspberry with a little bit of brown in it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's very pretty, and this is a two-coater. Now this is the moment when I decided that I wasn't finished with summer manicures, so I pulled out these three polishes. Now this one right here is not technically a summer polish. This is, I think, definitely better suited for the fall. This is Chick Flick Cherry from OPI. It's a two-coater. The formula is really great. I've talked about it before. It's a very deep cherry red. It has a little bit of maroon and even a little bit of brown in it. It's really great. So what I did is on two of my fingers, ring and middle finger, I put Chick Flick Cherry, and then I topped it off with Fiesta from LA Girl. And this is really pretty. I'll show you guys the close-up, but it has multicolored confettis. You get green, pink, white, I think, yellow, red. It's just really pretty. And the beauty of this is that it doesn't overload my nail with the confettis. One good coat down the middle will give you a really nice distribution of the confettis. If you go to the side and try to put it, it will move some of the confettis that you already placed down before, but it's not difficult for you to move them around by any means. It's really, really pretty. And then on my thumb, my index, and my pinky, I put on this is OPI's My Pal Joey. It's such a beautiful blue. It's really, really pretty. 2-coater. It does do a little bit of staining, but it's not horrible by any means. So very, very pretty nail polish. I don't know if I mentioned, but this one was a 2-coater and it's a cream finish polish. I was happy with the manicure. I felt like it looked unfinished. I'm gonna be 100%. I felt like it looked like I just stopped halfway through and I just decided not to continue. The first time that I did it, because I did a trial, I put this one on both colors and it overwhelmed me and I was like, no. So I removed the blue and then I put it back on and I left it alone because I didn't know what else to do. So I don't know, let me know what you guys would have done differently, because I was like, after I topped this one off with this one, I didn't know what to do with this one. Like I said, I'm really not very good at pairing nail polishes together. Then I moved on to another pairing. This is ChinaGlaze Ride the Waves, which is a jelly polish, and the color is really pretty. I think I may have gotten one of the bad bottles because the formula in this is not very good. I can get it opaque in 3 to 4 coats, which is a lot. I don't know. I bought it initially because I wanted to do jelly sandwiches, and again, I'm not very good at pairing, so I haven't figured out a jelly sandwich with this one that makes it work. And I just feel like this bottle, like I see other people's bottles and it looks a lot more thin and it looks lighter in color even. I feel like my bottle looks very, very dark, so whenever I put something, you know, to use it for a jelly, it just completely covers everything up. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. But then what I did is these 2 fingers, I topped it off with Wet n Wild's Dutchess. This is part of the Fergie line, and it was a really pretty manicure. The only thing that popped was mainly the purple micro glitters in this one. The blue ones you couldn't see too much. You could see the little bit of glare, which added dimension to the nail, which is really nice, but mainly the purple, which was really cute. And then I moved on to my Wet n Wild polishes. These 2 I wore as a pair. Under Your Spell I wore on my hands, and it's really pretty. And then on my toes I put on Disturbia, and it's such a beautiful deep purple plum eggplant color. It's just really, really gorgeous. Under Your Spell takes 3 coats and then Disturbia takes 2 coats, and it just looks really great. Like, I love dark nails on my feet during the fall season. I just think it looks really nice. So love this color, it never disappoints. And the polish that I have been wearing and just itching to wear since the beginning of the year is butterLondon's Wallis. It's so pretty. I put it on, and I actually had longer nails at the time, and put it on, and I was just not quite sure. The color is very pretty, but I didn't know if I liked it against my skin tone, so I let it marinate for a little bit, a couple of hours. We went out to eat, and I saw my nails, and I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah. And in the sun it looks even more beautiful. This is more of an olivey shimmer polish, but it even has a little bit of golden. Do you see that? It has a little bit of golden in it, and it's really, really pretty. It looks stunning on the nails. This one took 2 coats for full opacity. And then the following day, I was very curious to see what it looked like on a little bit, just a hint, you know, a little bit shorter nails. So I clipped my nails just a little bit to see what it looked like. And I quite frankly, I can't decide which one I like better, on long nails or short nails, which was even better, you know, because I like sporting both. And it's kind of funny because at the same time that I was wearing Wallis on my hands, I put this one on my toes on the first day of fall, which is hilarious. It was the first day of fall, and I remembered that I hadn't worn this polish, and I was like, oh no, I need to wear this polish. Like, I don't care if it's the first day of fall, I don't care, you know what I mean? I will wear whatever polish. If I'm in the mood for it, then I'm gonna wear it. I don't care the season. So I pulled vintage from ORLY. This one came out, I believe, in the Melrose collection at the beginning of the year. It's spring or summer. I don't know. It came out sometime this year, and I really wasn't eyeing that whole entire collection. I watched a few reviews, and then Miss Holly Berries did a review on this one, and out of all of them, this is the one that I wanted. So I went to Ulta, and the only line that they had, I think it was the FX line, which is a little bit more pricey, and I was just like not about to pay full price for that. Like, I like the color but not that much, so I waited around for it. And then I was at TJ Maxx randomly, and I came across this polish because I tend to check their nail polish section quite often. Came across the polish, and I was like, there's no way, like, because it was right after, like not too long after the release, so I was kind of shocked that it was at TJ Maxx. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This is a bright borderline neon, and it only takes 2 coats. Now on my toes, I did a white base because it was my first time using it, and then I did 2 coats of this one. But on my hands, I didn't wear it on my hands, I just wanted to test it out. It only took 2 coats, and quite frankly, it does way better alone than, you know, with a white base underneath it. And because I couldn't wait to put this nail polish on, this is Austin-Tatious Turquoise, and I'm kind of torn about this polish, man, because I feel like in the viewfinder it's looking a little bit more toned down. In person, it ends up looking a lot more vibrant on the nails, and I really love it. It's a turquoise polish, but it has this purple flash, and it's really beautiful, and it's definitely obvious on the nails, which I love. But a few things that I don't like about it. First of all, this is not even a thin polish, it's more watery, if anything. And because of that, I needed 4 coats to get it fully opaque. Now, I painted my nails at night, so it looked fully opaque on my nails. The following day, when I was taking my kids to school, I saw it in the daylight, and I could see the tips of all of my nails, which sometimes happens with a lot of polishes. You know, they look fully opaque, and then when you see it in daylight, there's a little bald spot here and there that's not too noticeable on the top, but you can see it here. This one, my whole and all of my tips were like, I could see through them, and that was really frustrating. Another thing is, when I was applying it, I apply it in the center first, and then I go to the sides. Well, when my brush touched an area where the polish was already on there, it would lift the product off of there. So I was having to go back, like I kept having to go over it multiple times, because every time I would apply it over an area that already had polish, it kept lifting up the polish. And it was just very tricky. I can't believe that this would take 4, 5 coats, even 5 coats to get it fully opaque. That's just, I've never done that for any polish. So that was a little bit frustrating. And I hate to say another thing about it, it stained my nails so bad. So bad. Now, my nails were already a little bit stained because of butterLondon's Wallis. This one just kind of topped it over. My nails are still stained. I can't get this color off of my nails. I don't know what else to say. At the same time, I wore CoverGirl's Teal on Fire, which I have mentioned before. This one's really pretty. It's also a turquoise polish, but it's more of a duochrome. On the bottle, it shows a little bit more purple. On the nails, it ends up looking a little bit more on the blue side, which is really pretty. The thing about this polish, because I wore it on my toes, I still have it on my toes right now, it just looks like an emerald green. In the shade, sometimes you'll see a little glimpse of the duochrome, but when you're out in direct sunlight, you can't see it at all. I feel like I see it indoors more than I do outdoors. And I have tried it on my hands, and I feel like the duochrome shows better on the hands than it does on the toes as well. But it's still a really pretty polish, and it only takes 2 coats. And then I moved on to Dress Me Up, because I really needed kind of like a reset nail polish for me, to cleanse my palette basically, because I feel like I wore such a mesh of colors in September that I just needed something to just kind of, you know, restart and get ready for October. And so I pulled this polish because it's just, that's what I'm wearing on my nails today, by the way, because it's so pretty. It's like a blushed nude, but it has a hint of caramel. Like on me, it brings out a little bit of the caramel, and it's just really pretty. It looks so ladylike and just sophisticated, and I've been nibbling all over. Like, my cuticles are like ground beef right now, and you wouldn't be able to tell because I'm wearing this polish, and this polish makes everything look good, which is so amazing. And the best part is that it only takes 2 coats to get it fully opaque, and it is a cream finish polish. So that is everything for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys have been loving in the month of September, and I hope you guys are having a good week or weekend whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.